Hello and welcome to the NewsX Sunday Garden Roundtable. Well, today we are discussing the happenings in Punjab, the rather swift exit of Captain Amrinder Singh. But was it so swift? Was anyone taken by surprise other than the captain himself? Because as followers of Punjab politics will know, this had been brewing for a while. There had been a dissent against the captain. There was also internal survey, we are told, amongst the Congress that said that the captain may not be able to lead the Congress back to victory. And then, of course, we saw the imposition of Navjot Singh Sidhu, which showed that the captain's hold over the party was weakening just a bit. But the midnight strike, the execution, the swiftness of it took everybody by surprise. Of course, it is the siblings, the Gandhi siblings, Priyanka and Rahul, taking control of the party. Is it just a war of the old guard versus the team Rahul, Priyanka, or is it more than that? And in striking back, have they actually cut their own nose to spite their face? To discuss all this with me, I have a very distinguished panel of analysts and people who are keen observers of what is happening in the politics of the Congress. I have with me Rashid Kidwai. He's the author of 24 Akbar Road. I have Nirmal Pathak, a political analyst and also the editor of PTI Bhasha. PTI Bhasha, no, sorry.
No problem.
Sorry. And I have with me Nirmal Pathak, editor PTI Bhasha and a political analyst. Professor Sanjay Kumar, he is a professor at CSDS, and Dilip Cherian, image maker and a commentator. Rashid, what happened in the Congress, of course, is taken everybody by surprise. But are you that surprised by it? Did you see that it was coming? Maybe not the timing, but the fact that Captain was going to be weakened is something that was was going to happen.
I think, Priya, at the risk of being immodest, I was all along, I expected, in fact, I expected it much earlier because there was two things which were very important and we must remember because we are talking about the Congress party, what it is today and what it intends to do. First of all, about Captain, he was not seeing writing on the wall. He was told a very simple thing to take everyone along. In other words, means to, team up with Navjot Sidhu and win this election. And Captain was, kept dithering and he thought, Sidhu as an enemy and the kind of things he's saying relating him and Pakistan and all, it's actually quite unfair as well. Coming back to that original question, what is the Congress game plan? Congress is very, very simple. The Gandhis are fighting for their political survival. It's another grim battle. But they don't want to be seen as, losing their iqbal, their grace, the majesty of the Congress High Command that is at stake. You look at, what happens in Rajasthan. The chief minister is just playing cat and mouse game. He is not even doing, a simple thing like expansion of Council of Ministers. Look what is happening in Chhattisgarh, where a senior minister is saying that he wants chief minister post on rotational basis, and the other chief minister is getting parading MLAs. So somewhere Gandhi trio, Sonia, Rahul, Priyanka, they are feeling slighted because their words do not.
Sonia, Rahul, Priyanka are not on the same page on this, if I'm not wrong. She's letting them have their say. Is that correct?
All of it can be said. I'm not getting into this. I'm saying a simple thing that the Gandhis or Congress High Command, whatever you say, they are together in one thing that they want to have an upper hand. Let there be a no, Congress rule state. They are prepared for that, but they don't want to lose their political power. And this is the long and short of the whole thing.
So, Dilip, if I say empire strikes back, is that it? They are taking control of the party again at whatever the cost.
I think that this, what has happened in Punjab and what is likely to happen, we must see this as a period between the fall of the captain and the end of the elections. Okay, so what is going to happen in this period? There is little doubt that Sidhu, as PCC chief, the surprise parachuting of him, Rashid says it was not a surprise, but the speed at which it was executed should have been a clear indication that captain's departure should have been timed with that. Now comes the question of, will they have somebody else in place as chief minister other than Sidhu and follow the traditional, family norm of having one person as chief minister and the other person fighting and hoping to be the chief minister face? Because the chief minister currently, who has spent 4.5 years running the government, has been toppled. So now you have this period. What works for them in this period? Who are they listening to? the sense seems to be that irrespective of the difference between mother, son, daughter, whatever it is, the new voice that has come into it is Prashant Kishore. There is no getting away from the fact that this has the imprint of Prashant Kishore moves also, because he and his survey, and we will hear on the surveys in a short while, and other surveys done internally had shown that Captain was on a sliding path. So in this interregnum between departure and election, the Congress's bet was, let's go with somebody who's not definitely on a sliding path. I'll stop here.
Okay, Nirmal, a little bit about the Congress politics. What led to Captain's resignation? Itna sudden, it was a midnight thing, and you're also on very good terms with Harish Rawat, so you really have an inside view of what happened. Why was that midnight call taken? What events led to it? Was it orchestrated? कि Congress MLAs चिट्ठी लिखेंगे और Harish Rawat will call a CLP meeting? Was it all planned? थोड़ा टाइमिंग
देखिए, नहीं, जिस तरह से सिद्धू को पीसीसी प्रेसिडेंट बनाया गया कैप्टन अमरिंदर सिंह के ओपन अपोजिशन के बाद भी, और उस समय भी ये लगातार, आपको ध्यान होगा कि 40 या 50 एमएलए सिद्धू के साथ उस समय भी गए थे जब उनको प्रेसिडेंट अपॉइंट किया था अमरिंदर सिंह के नहीं चाहने के बावजूद। तो एमएलएस हाईकमांड का इंतजार करते हैं कि हाईकमांड की इच्छा क्या है, और एमएलएस को कहा गया था कि उनको सिद्धू के साथ जाना है। तो वो बहुत ऑब्वियस था, उसी समय ये क्लियर हो गया था कि अमरिंदर सिंह का चैप्टर कांग्रेस में क्लोज हो गया है। और अभी चाहे आप कितना ही स्पेकुलेट कर लीजिए, अमरिंदर सिंह कुछ भी कहें, पर कांग्रेस में अब उनका जो पॉलिटिक्स थी, मुझे लगता है कि अब वो खत्म हो गई है उस हिसाब से। इसलिए और ये पूरा ऑर्केस्ट्रेटेड था, क्योंकि उसके रीजन में रशीद से इस मामले में सहमत हूँ कि अमरिंदर सिंह की पॉपुलैरिटी लगातार कम हो रही थी, और जिस तरह से उन्होंने पिछले 4 साल में, और उन्होंने खुद एक्सेप्ट किया है कि एक्सेसिबल तो वो पिछले 50 साल में भी नहीं रहे, तो वो बहुत बड़ी बात नहीं है। ये डेटा के लिए कहना बहुत ही सरप्राइजिंग है एक्चुअली। और वो मानते थे कि क्योंकि वो महाराजा हैं वहां के और लोग उनको प्यार करते हैं, उसके कारण भी हैं, लोग उनको प्यार भी करते हैं, ऐसा नहीं है कि उनकी पॉपुलैरिटी बिल्कुल नहीं है। पर चीफ मिनिस्टर जिस तरह से उन्होंने बिहेव किया, उसको लेकर के उनके खिलाफ नाराजगी काफी बड़ी थी, और लीडरशिप के लिए ये तय करना बहुत जरूरी हो गया था कि इस इलेक्शन में हम उनकी लीडरशिप में जा सकते हैं या नहीं जा सकते हैं। दूसरा रीजन उसका कैप्टन की एज है, 80 साल के वो हो गए हैं, और कांग्रेस को वहां अपनी नई लीडरशिप, एक ऐसा अकेला पंजाब उन कुछ राज्यों में है जहां बीजेपी उतनी स्ट्रांग नहीं है या स्ट्रांग है ही नहीं, तो कांग्रेस को अपना एक गढ़ वहां बचा के रखना, आगे की लीडरशिप देखनी है, एक लीडरशिप नई प्रोजेक्ट करने का ये सही समय था। और कैप्टन अगर इसके लिए तैयार हो जाते कि वो, कांग्रेस के लिए प्रेफरेबल सिचुएशन ये होती कि कैप्टन की लीडरशिप में इलेक्शन लड़ें, लेकिन कैप्टन प्रॉमिस करें कि इलेक्शन के बाद वो छोड़ देंगे दूसरे के लिए। उस पर मेरे ख्याल से सिद्धू को भरोसा नहीं था, और सिद्धू ने ये ऑल आउट, उन्होंने हाईकमान पे ये प्रेशर बनाया कि वो अगर उनको रखना है तो आपको ये उनकी कंडीशन एक्सेप्ट करनी पड़ेगी। मुझे लगता है ये 2 कारण बहुत मेजर रहे हैं कैप्टन के जाने के। जहां तक इनके, जो रशीद ने कहा, मैं थोड़ा सा उससे असहमत हूँ कि कांग्रेस हाईकमान को अपना इकबाल बुलंद करना था। इकबाल किसी भी लीडर का इकबाल बुलंद होता है उसकी डिलीवर करने की कैपेसिटी से। राहुल गांधी या प्रियंका गांधी ने अभी तक ऐसा कुछ डिलीवर नहीं किया है कि उनका इकबाल बुलंद हो। अभी अगर आप खाली एक अंदाजा स्पेकुलेशन के तौर पर अगर देखें, उत्तर प्रदेश में अगर प्रियंका गांधी की लीडरशिप में कांग्रेस 50 सीट ले आती है, आप देखिएगा 1 महीने के अंदर कांग्रेस और मीडिया उनको कांग्रेस प्रेसिडेंट बनवा के ही दम देगा। तो इकबाल उससे आता है जब आप डिलीवर करते हैं, इस तरह के फैसलों से इकबाल नहीं आता है।
Professor Anjay, how do you see this impacting the Punjab elections? Before he resigned, was Captain Amrinder Singh the tallest leader in Punjab? Now, who do you see would be, how would you see the things working out post? Just what was it before, and what will it be now?
No, certainly before the exit of Amrinder Singh, if we look at the popularity of various leaders, certainly Amrinder Singh was the most popular leader. There's no doubt about that. Also, he had the advantage because he was the incumbent chief minister. He had been the chief minister for 9.5 years. But overall, I think there's no doubt that he was the most popular leader of Punjab. Now things would change drastically. He has resigned as the chief minister. We don't know whether he's going to stay with the Congress or not. Certainly, it is going to damage the prospects of Congress, even if suppose there are various hypothetical situations at the moment. He might remain with the Congress, but even if he remains within the Congress, he's going to damage the prospects of party. If he moves out of the Congress, forms his own party or joins any other party, I think in all possibilities, all the equations suggest it is going to damage the electoral prospects of Congress in the 2022 elections.
And who do you think, surveys have shown Aam Aadmi Party as being surging ahead, but they don't have a face. So how do you hold the prospects of Aam Aadmi Party?
So a popular face definitely helps the party, but it is not necessary that in order for a party to win election, you must have a popular face. So there are instances when a party wins election without having a popular face, but if you also have a popular face, it also helps the party in getting additional votes. So yes, Aam Aadmi Party is surging, but I don't think, in my opinion, I won't be confident enough to say surging enough to for me to be sure that Aam Aadmi Party is going to win the next election. It is going to be a triangular contest. So if Aam Aadmi Party's support base goes up, it will certainly be a very keenly contested triangular contest between Akali Dal on one side, Aam Aadmi Party, and the Congress.
See, we've been also looking at the larger picture. In fact, I read what you wrote also, the implication that this may have in Chhattisgarh, in Rajasthan also. And when we have the tweet by Gehlot's OSD, which says कि मजबूर को मजबूत बना दिया और अगर पूरी खेती उजाड़ दो फिर फसल कैसे आएगी, something I'm paraphrasing. But basically, they are worried that Gehlot could be next. Now, I asked a few friends in Rajasthan, and they said that you cannot compare Gehlot with Captain Amrinder Singh for the simple reason that the MLAs were with Gehlot. Here the MLAs were not with Captain. They could vote where the High Command asked them to vote. But here, Gehlot has that bunch of independent MLAs also who have come basically on his name, not because of the Congress. So in that sense, are the two situations different?
I don't think, Gehlot is, facing a major threat as of now. But the thing is his inability to deliver whatever party expects him to do, or leadership. I think that is posing a lot of problems. So if you blend two ways, then it will work. The key point here is that MLAs, as Nirmalji was pointing out, Congress MLAs are not loyal to either Captain Amrinder Singh or Ashok Gehlot or, Bhupesh Baghel or anyone. They are loyal to Congress, and this is a very redeeming feature of the Congress, and this says a lot about Priyanka, Sonia, Rahul's leadership qualities. So that you may go on criticizing them, we can go on mocking them, but the fact of the matter is they are politically very relevant and they represent the political leadership of Congress party. This even G23 recognizes it. So they always keep pleading, petitioning, etc. Nobody confronts Gandhis. So if Mr. Gehlot comes in a situation where he confronts, I know his OST has made some, kind of admission of few things, as if, the Congress leadership actually, lowers the prestige of, powerful chief ministers, and this kind of, prop will not result. But Gehlot did not lead Congress to victory. It was actually Sachin's, effort. As we say, we can give credit to Congress or we can give credit to Sachin, because Gehlot was not projected as a chief minister. And every time, Gehlot becomes chief minister, Congress ends up with 20-30 kind of, figure.
Well, nobody else has had a chance to be a chief minister, so we don't know what will happen if there's a non-Gehlot as a Congress chief minister. We're taking a look at the larger message from Punjab. And Dilip, do you agree with me that should Gehlot and Bhupesh Baghel feel threatened? Is this the Gandhi's siblings' way of asserting themselves? And are they doing it at too large a price?
Are they actually completing what the BJP wants to do, which is create a Congress Mukt India? So that aside, I think that this period of time between the demolition of Amrinder and the electoral process should be a time where the Congress can actually experiment. So it is very interesting that they are actually floating names which should actually be anathema to Punjab, meaning non-Sikh names being in the forefront of discussion at the moment, means that the Congress is thinking, or at least attempting to think out of the box. if that also is a part of the attempt to win the election and is part of the process to win the election, have somebody else now and then project, the face that they want to make the next chief minister. That could be a tactic.
Okay.
But
what about
what
the
happens,
impact on
what happens to Baghel and Gehlot is very clearly two things. One, it makes them horrendously nervous, and two, it drives up the level of activity by other Congress players, because as Rashid said, and as Nirmal also indicated, the Congress MLAs tend to be listening to orders from above. They don't listen to their chief minister. There is a voice which comes to them, which comes from above, and that's what impels them into action. So I would say that it should make them really nervous.
Nirmal, would you agree that Agla will be Gehlot or Baghel?
देखो जो कॉमन पॉलिटिकल विजडम है उसके हिसाब से तो नहीं होना चाहिए, पर बहुत सारी चीजें जो विजडम के हिसाब से नहीं हो रही हैं अभी इन बोथ द पार्टीज, कांग्रेस एंड बीजेपी ऑल्सो। पर देखिए इन दोनों, कैप्टन अमरिंदर सिंह का केस बिल्कुल अलग है। ही वाज 80 years old. If you compare with Gehlot and Bhupesh Baghel is 60 and Ashok Gehlot is around 70, 68, 69 I think. तो दोनों के, इन तीनों के एज डिफरेंस बहुत ज्यादा है। अभी भूपेश बघेल का कम से कम, अगर आप 75 भी एक्टिव पॉलिटिक्स का वो मान लो, तो कम से कम उसके पास 15 साल भूपेश बघेल के पास है अभी उनकी एक्टिव पॉलिटिक्स के लिए। गहलोत के पास कम से कम 5 साल तो आप मान के चल सकते हैं कि वो राजनीति में अपने को रखना चाहेंगे, और तो वो इतनी आसानी से ये लोग छोड़ेंगे नहीं। और दूसरा, कांग्रेस को इससे फायदा क्या होगा? एक एस्टैब्लिश्ड लीडरशिप को, भूपेश बघेल छत्तीसगढ़ के लिए अगले 15 साल के आपके नेता हो सकते हैं, गहलोत राजस्थान में या राष्ट्रीय राजनीति में अगले 5 साल तक एक्टिव रह सकते हैं। तो उनको आप एक तरह से उनकी अथॉरिटी, जो लीडरशिप जो उन्होंने इतने सालों में कमाया है, उसको खत्म करके आप क्या हासिल करेंगे? ये कांग्रेस लीडरशिप को उस पर सोचना होगा। दूसरा, कैप्टन के केस में और दोनों इन चीफ मिनिस्टर्स के केसेस में ये एक फर्क ये है कि कैप्टन के खिलाफ एंटी इनकम्बेंसी बहुत ज्यादा थी, इंडिविजुअल उनके खिलाफ नाराजगी बहुत ज्यादा है। वो दिल्ली के मीडिया में, अखबारों में आपको नहीं दिखेगी, लेकिन लोकल पंजाब में या कांग्रेस के लोगों से आप वहां बात करें तो वो बताते हैं कि कैप्टन पिछले 3-4 साल में बिल्कुल ही इनएक्सेसिबल नहीं थे और फैसले उनके महल से हो रहे थे। वहां भी वो जो एक उन पे आरोप लगता है कि उनकी पाकिस्तानी मित्र वो एक पावर सेंटर वहां चला रहे। तो ये बहुत बड़ा, गहलोत के और भूपेश बघेल के मामले में आप ये नहीं कह सकते इस तरह के। और दूसरा, गहलोत की लोकप्रियता, अगर आप अभी भी वहां राजस्थान में, ये संजय जी ज्यादा बताएंगे उस बारे में, अगर आप सचिन पायलट और गहलोत में अगर वहां सर्वे कराएंगे तो गहलोत अभी भी मासेस में और कांग्रेस वर्कर्स में उनकी पॉपुलैरिटी ज्यादा होगी मुझे लगता है। वही भूपेश बघेल और सिंहदेव और भूपेश बघेल में भी कम से कम 8 या 9 साल का डिफरेंस है। तो आप 60 साल के भूपेश बघेल को हटा के और 68 के सिंहदेव को वहां लाना चाहेंगे क्या? तो ये जो पॉलिटिकल विजडम है उसमें मुझे ये फिट होता नहीं लगता। पर लीडरशिप कांग्रेस की आप कुछ भी अनएक्सपेक्टेड कुछ भी एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं।
एंड डिसीजन महल से ले जा रहे हैं, आउटसाइडर्स डिसीजन ले रहे हैं, ये तो शुड नॉट बी अ प्रॉब्लम फ्रॉम द सेंटर, बिकॉज़ दिस इज हाउ द कांग्रेस हाई कमांड इज आल्सो वर्किंग।
Yeah.
Sanjay ji, this I saw you nodding when Nirmal was speaking about that Gehlot and Baghel should, it doesn't make sense to have the same rule for Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh. Would you agree with that?
No, I was just nodding to the to what he was saying about the popularity of Ashok Gehlot in Rajasthan and Bhupesh Baghel in Chhattisgarh. Certainly, there is no match to Bhupesh Baghel's popularity compared to Singhdeo's popularity in Chhattisgarh. And in Rajasthan also, even if we assume that if Gehlot was not the chief minister, but I don't think his popularity is very low. Yes, Sachin Pilot is also a popular leader. The difference in the popularity of Sachin Pilot and Gehlot would not be very wide. But still, Gehlot still remains a very popular leader among the masses and also among the party workers. And that is the reason why Sachin Pilot has not been able to, topple the government, because time and again he may have realized that the MLAs are not with him. Because Gehlot is a party man. He's an organization person. So very difficult to compare what has happened in, say, Punjab, because of late I can imagine that, say, during last couple of months, the MLA's loyalty started shifting from Amrinder to Sidhu, because they may have realized that the ground is slipping away from Amrinder and it is moving towards Sidhu.
But Rashid, I've had you had a lot of conversations with Sachin Pilot, and initially his reaction was, "Don't compare me to Sidhu," because his whole point was that I do have an organization hold with, while Sidhu doesn't. But now it's turning out the organization hold doesn't matter. Is who has a better access and hold with Priyanka and Rahul matters. Is that really Congress at the end? That's the lesson one should take away.
I think, yeah, that's how all political parties work, because you need to be close to, leadership. You need to be in good books of, leadership. While Dr. Sabri and Nirmal ji were talking about about popularity and all, it just reminded me, and perhaps Nirmal can narrate that also, what G. Venkat Swamy had said about Sitaram Kesri. Sitaram Kesri was the Congress president, and G. Venkat Swamy was actually that house, that 24 Akbar Road, originally belonged to G. Venkat Swamy. And G. Venkat Swamy said, if Kesri is not a president, nobody would give, he had said something very, I would say, unparliamentary. So this is the thing I am saying, repeatedly I am saying, this is nobody. If tomorrow 2 observers are sent in to, Jaipur or to Raipur or wherever the Congress is in power, you will see that the MLAs would go. And this is something very intriguing. I always keep telling my friends in media who are, it's become very fashionable to, criticize Gandhis on every possible count, that don't ever underestimate their, kind of hold over the organization and MLAs elected, vote catching ability. So, it's like this, the Congress High Command is dead, and long live the Congress High Command. And this event is the testimony of that.
Nirmal, would you agree with what Rashid is saying, that, in the end, it's
Ask him about the
Venkat Swamy. Will you tell us what Rashid hasn't told us?
No, he clarified that this was very unparliamentary, actually. So better we don't discuss this. So, पर मैं उनसे रशीद से इस मामले में सहमत हूँ, क्योंकि हाईकमांड का कांग्रेस के में जो फैक्शनिज्म है और स्टेट लेवल पे वो और ज्यादा है. तो वहाँ कोई भी कांग्रेस में कोई भी वर्कर हो या कोई भी लीडर है, वो किसी दूसरे लीडर को बहुत ज्यादा पावरफुल होते नहीं देखना चाहता. उन सबको मजा आता है कांग्रेस में. अभी अगर कोई थोड़ा सा, जैसे G23 मान लें आप, इनमें से हर लीडर को कोई 10 लोग ऐसे होंगे जो उनसे कहेंगे कि साहब आप रिवोल्ट करो, और रिवोल्ट करेंगे तो उनके साथ वो 10 में से एक भी नहीं जाएगा. तो वो चाहते हैं कि ये जो जितने भी पावरफुल है या जो उनकी जगह लेने वाले हैं, वो जितनी जल्दी निकले उतना अच्छा है. अगर भूपेश बघेल को वहां हटाते हैं तो भूपेश बघेल के अलावा, सिंहदेव के अलावा 3 और दावेदार, पहले भूपेश बघेल को हटाओ, उसके बाद फिर हम देखेंगे, तो 3 दावेदार और उनके साथ में खड़े होंगे. फिर वो तीनों आपस में लड़ेंगे. जो चीफ मिनिस्टर बनेगा उसके खिलाफ कॉन्स्पिरेसी शुरू हो जाएंगी. तो ये एक कंटिन्यूअस प्रोसेस है, और इसमें हाईकमांड को मजा आता है. मुझसे एक बार दिग्विजय सिंह जी ने कहा था इंटरव्यू में, जब उस समय सीताराम केसरी अध्यक्ष थे, उन्होंने कहा कि हाईकमान का काम ये है कि स्टेट में फैक्शन बना के रखो, ताकि उनकी अपनी अथॉरिटी उसमें बनी रहे, वो उनको फैक्शंस को लड़ाते रहे और उनकी अथॉरिटी उसमें बनी रहती. तो ये मेरे ख्याल से ये सारी पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज के लिए ये सही है.
And also in the big corporate offices, that's something, a culture that everybody does, keep everybody fighting. So the unity is towards the boss. But last, I know we're out of time, but we're also recording this at a time when the Congress CLP meeting is going on to choose a new leader, to choose a new chief minister, or they will be told who will be the new chief minister, as is what happens in the Congress. A quick question to everybody is, if let me put from my feelings first, if it is Bajwa, it would be Rahul Gandhi's choice. If it is Sidhu, it will be Priyanka's choice. Can we actually make these distinctions, Rashid?
I don't think so. I think just one choice, and the choice of Gandhi would be there. To my mind, it should be an obvious choice. There is no point, hazarding a guess on that count.
Okay. Dilip, would you want to come into the factional within the...
I'm told that 70 MLAs have already given a blank sheet of paper signed to the Congress president. So I don't think that we speculating is going to make a difference. It's going to be, there will be, as I said, a voice from heaven.
But Sanjay, voice from the ground, who would be the best person apart from captain to lead the Congress in your?
I think if you go by the voice from the ground, it should be Sidhu, because MLAs are showing their loyalty towards Sidhu. But is it going to be a good decision for the Congress party? That I'm not sure. And just referring to Dilip Ji's statement that it will be a voice from heaven, and that heaven, we know where is that heaven for Congress party.
Nirmal, anything you want to add? Last word.
नहीं, लेकिन ये गांधीज में ये चाहे जितने इसको लेके मिसकंसेप्शन हो, पर मेरा मानना है कि वो जब भी कोई फैसला होता है तो वो तीनों एक होते हैं उस मामले में, सोनिया गांधी, राहुल गांधी और प्रियंका गांधी। तो जो भी चॉइस होगी वो गांधीज की होगी।
और उसमें दिलीप ने एक और नाम जोड़ दिया, प्रशांत किशोर का। Let's not forget that. But on that note, thank you so much for this conversation, and we'll see you again, and hopefully try and have you all back in the middle of the week once we, get a better sense of what is happening on ground. But right now, thank you so much for this conversation.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.